Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Last Week in Esports. I'm your host, Trainer Jared TV, and we have a ton to cover this week. Not only did we have the IEM Katowice finals, but we had European Rocket League, League of Legends around the world, Rainbow Six is coming up, and huge news from Epic Games. So without further ado, let's dive right into it.
Baker, what was that?
Cloud9 are your E-League Major champions!
This is Rocket League!
Now, I know everyone was watching the big game on Sunday. And by the big game, I don't mean the Super Bowl, I mean IEM Katowice finals, where Team Spirit faced off against FaZe Clan. And what everyone expected happened. FaZe Clan lost 3-0 to Team Spirit. They got donked. For those of you who haven't seen my other content related to this guy, Donk is the GOAT. He is the prodigy of CS2. Okay, he's 17 years old. He's been playing CS since he was 4. Okay, he played Source, or like 1.6, whatever, at 4 years old. And he just won IEM Katowice over FaZe 3-0. Okay, they dropped one map the entire event. That's unbelievable. And it was all in the back of Donk. And the fans are all for him. I don't think it's unbelievable the following that this guy has garnered in just such a short period. An unbelievable, historic performance from Donk. His stat lines are shattering every record. And that's not a joke or an exaggeration. He dropped insane stats. Team Spirit demolished IEM Katowice. They are now easily a favorite around the league for every other event that they are going to be at. Team Spirit is not only a name in other esports, it is now one for CS2. It was unbelievable. I strongly recommend you go back and watch the grand finals to just see what this kid has done. I think in the first map, he was like 15-2 at one point. It's unbelievable. He's dropping 30 kills a map. He's smurfing on the best players in the world. Highlight reel after highlight reel. Can't talk enough about him. Get donked. He is the future. Talking about highlight reels, we're going to go to European Rocket League, where they had their finals for the Open Qualifier 1 for the first major, and the reigning world champions, Team Vitality, lost to Gentlemates in the semifinals. Yes, you heard that right. Team Vitality lost 4-3 to Gentlemates in the semifinals. That's the first event they haven't won since Zen has been there. Now, I mean, sure, it's the first qual, okay? Like, it is what it is. Like, we're jumping to conclusions. But that's a huge loss. I mean, that's something no one expected. But what was expected was Karmine Corp to come out shooting, and they did. They dominated the event. They ended up beating Gentlemates in the finals 4-2. Karmine Corp looks great. And honestly, EU looks great. The depth of that region is scary. All top 8 teams, I think, have a real shot of beating the best of North America. And that's not good as an NA fan, but I got to give them credit. K-Core, BDS, Vitality, Gentlemates, I mean, even Oxygen, who didn't make top 8, they look good. These teams are unbelievable. So shout out to EU, shout out to K-Core, shout out to the European fans, by the way. I used to be kind of anti-KC, now I love KC. Their fans, and just European esport fans in general, are ravenous. That's what esports needs. So K-Core being on top of the esport, I'm good with that. Staying in Europe, we're actually going to talk about LEC real quick. League of Legends is continuing around the world, and it is what it is. They're in their regular seasons. LEC, though, is in their playoffs. So their LEC winner split, whatever, they're having their playoffs right now. G2 look to be the team. I think the skill level in EU has gone down quite a lot, or at least maybe the parity in the league. The best teams look good. The rest of them look awful. I don't know what's happening to us Western teams, these Western regions. Like, Europe's getting worse, NA's getting a little bit better, and then the East is just leagues and leagues above the rest of the league. But either way, G2 is waiting in the grand finals for the rest of the bracket to catch up. I'll throw up the bracket here. That's going to be continuing this week, so tune in, keep an eye on it. It's great League of Legends. I mean, it's fun to watch. It might not be, like, T1 and it might not be Gen G, but it is League, and you get to see some gameplay, if you want to call it that. It's a mess. It's sporadic, and it's a hectic fight. But G2 are proving again why they're one of the preeminent esport orgs in all of esports. I made a YouTube short on it this week, and you should probably check that out. But the Rainbow Six Invitational is going to be starting very, 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 very soon, which means you need to go in and lock in your predictions. If you actually do that, you earn a chance to win free alpha packs. So I follow the esport a pretty good bit now, and I've kind of locked in my picks. Again, I made a video about that. I think I can probably post some of them here. Go lock in your picks, get your predictions in. You'll get your free little alpha packs if you're good at guessing, which I am because I'm the GOAT of all esport conversations. I am esports itself. But go lock those in. The Rainbow Six Invitational is going to be stacked. Bolo's back playing with Dark Zero. G2's here to show off their world championship status. Let's see what we've got. I think it's going to be a great event. I'm super, super excited. And it looks like Rainbow Six Esports has really dug their feet in for this one. I mean, they're putting out a ton of content. They are at least prepped on the social media side. Now we just have to hope that the production of the esport actually goes to plan. So super, super excited about that. Keep your eyes up this week. It's going to start shortly. Be watching. In what is perhaps, I think, one of the biggest pieces of news media that we've seen so far in 2024, Disney has decided to purchase a stake of Epic Games for $1.5 billion, and citing that they're going to do a multi-year project with Epic Games. Obviously, now Epic Games is going to have ties to Disney. I mean, even more than they already have. So be looking for cameos, I mean, all across both franchises now. It's unbelievable. $1.5 billion into Epic Games. I mean, we know that Fortnite is possibly we know that Fortnite's possibly one of the greatest video games of all time. Even if you're not a Fortnite player, you have to recognize the impact that Fortnite has had on gaming. It's one of the largest impacts on gaming in history. And now Disney signing a $1.5 billion deal with them. That's unreal. Their idea of kind of what they talk about is it's going to be this whole universe, which is right up Disney's alley, right? They're going to take that Disney universe and install it into Epic Games, I'm sure, in many manners, and it is unbelievable. I'm bringing this up mostly because Epic Games obviously has an esports presence, and we'll see how Disney affects that. We'll see if Disney even decides to sink their feet into the esports side of things. But that's unbelievable news. Again, $1.5 billion. That's not chump change. That's a lot of money. So we'll see what Epic can do with it, and we'll see what comes of this acquisition. Huge week in esports, so I thank you all so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, please comment, please subscribe, all the usual stuff. Again, this week in esports, a ton of stuff is coming up. Rainbow Six Invitational coming up. We've got more LEC playoffs. We've got Rocket League this weekend in North America. We've got Valorant starting. Keep your eyes open. Tons of esports, ton to watch. Again, thank you all for tuning in. GG's.